Can we get some Civil War facts, please? By the way, I love your... Oh, vids! Thought they said kids for a second. Bloody hell. Ha ha ha! Yes, certainly. Did you know that around 30% of Southern males aged between the ages of 18 and 40 died in the Civil War? Ugh. Did you know around 66% of the deaths were attributed to disease? Yes, medicine was not its best back then. Did you know there were some bullets that were fired that hit in midair and actually became fused together, and some can still be found to this day? Did you know it was America's bloodiest war? Well, so far, I suppose. There's still time to beat that record. Yeah. Oh, and did you know, unlike modern wars, the generals in the Civil War were known to lead the charge? Most famous for this was Robert E. Lee, who relished the attack. Crazy, you know what I'm going to say, but I can't. That thing. Can we get some MK Ultra facts? Your facts are quite eloquent. Ah, get out of here, you smooth-talking handsome devil. Yes, certainly. Did you know that the MK Ultra was actually a secretive experiment by the CIA that spanned almost 20 years? During this time, they would give massive doses of glyceric acid diethylamide, or LSD, to unsuspecting members of the US and Canada. Now, while they were on the drug, they would electroshock them, sleep-deprive them, sensory deprivate them, or simply torture them, just to see what the outcome would be. Not good, I imagine. Now, notable participants in this were Ted Kaczynski, the Unabomber, and James Whitey Bulger, infamous Boston mobster. I'm sure they didn't have anything to do with it. Conspiracy time. Charles Manson is said to have been a CIA lab rat who actually learned his mind control techniques from there. Unconfirmed, but spooky. Also, did you know one of their operations was called Operation Midnight Climax? I think I might have been part of that back in my teens for a few years. You should do Mad Jack Churchill facts. Yes, certainly. Did you know Mad Jack Churchill was born in 1906 to British parents while abroad in Hong Kong? Did you know he later joined the British Army, found a love for adventure, and actually learned to play the bagpipes on his first tour of Burma? Did you know he then went to Oslo, Norway, and came second in the World Archery Championships? Did you know during World War II, when everyone else was fighting with guns, Mad Jack became infamous for fighting with a basket-hilted Scottish broadsword and a longbow? Did you know, in fact, he is the only British soldier accredited with a longbow kill in World War II? Did you know Mad Jack starred in 2 films? Did you know Mad Jack was actually captured, put into a concentration camp, and later escaped 2 days later? Did you know that his motto was, any officer who turns up to battle without his sword is improperly addressed? And did you also know he got extremely angry with the Americans for entering World War II and said we actually could have kept that war going for an extra 10 years if it wasn't for those damn Yanks? What a nutbar. Facts on Alfred of Wessex. Yes, certainly. Well, did you know King Alfred the Great is actually the only English monarch with great attached to his name? Now, this is not for no reason, because did you know Alfred actually united the kingdoms and brought us England as we know it today? And did you know without him there probably would be no England and no English language as we know it? Did you know he actually defeated some Vikings and made bargains with others to avoid unnecessary wars? Did you know that he actually wrote all his own history, so a lot should be taken with a pinch of salt, as he would not make himself look as bad as he may have been at times? Did you know he suffered with a crippling bowel condition that he eventually succumbed to? These days it is thought it was Crohn's disease. Did you know legend has it he actually escaped the Vikings, hid in a marshland in Somerset, and was once scolded by a woman for letting her loaves of bread burn? Silly Alf. Did you know that legend also has it that he once infiltrated a Viking camp armed only with a harp? He dazzled the Vikings with the songs he learnt as a child and eventually escaped a few days later with vital information. Long live the king!